Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, it's Kara. I am just hopping on here. I'm actually. Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, it's Kara. I am just hopping on here. I'm actually on with one of my mentors right now, Victoria, and she's just now starting, but she's telling how we can make the six figures a year from this program that I'm in. So I'm going to flip around the screen so you guys can see. I'm going to be flipping back and forth. When you come in, let me know where you're from. The reason I'm going to have to flip the phone back and forth is because if I don't do that, then TikTok thinks that I'm some kind of a bot or something like that. We're going to go downstairs in a second because I literally was taking a nap and I overslept. Long story. But anyway, so I'm Kara. If you're new here, drop a 1 in the comments. Again, we're going to be talking about the topic about how to earn the 6K with this program. So the goal is to get to 6K within a year. Now, you can do this. People do it sooner. People do it. Takes some people longer. Doesn't matter. Go ahead, tap the screen. That will send this live out to more people. Also, if you want to know and you're ready to just find out about this digital marketing, maybe you've been hearing about how to do this online business and you're like, what is the big deal? You keep seeing these people making all this money online. And you're like, are they really doing it? Is it for real? Go ahead and hit the link in my bio. Get the information. I will send you a free guide to how to get to 10K. And we're not talking about people, we're not talking about followers, we're not talking about a race, we're talking about this rhymes with honey. This platform doesn't like you to say all the words. So, all right, we're going to flip the screen around right now and listen to my mentor, Victoria, all right? And then if you, at any point, if you're ready to get started, just go ahead and hit the link in my bio and put in your information. You'll get an email from me. That's how we'll connect. I'm Kara, and here we go. So let me flip my screen around. All right.
But you can learn how to make 200 different digital products if that's something that you want to do, or you can learn to even make your own program or digital marketing course as well, or any kind of course inside of this. Like the skills are useful for any of that as well. But you can also market the program, like I said, to make 100% profit because you do get the resale rates. So, my backstory a little bit. So like I was saying, my name is Victoria. Sorry, I'm like a little flustered tonight because this is not the way that I had this planned. But I'm a busy boy mama, y'all. I've got 3 little boys. 2 of them are special needs. My husband is active duty Army. And about, I don't know, 9 years ago, I guess, I left the corporate world because that was when I had started having kids and I was the mama that was sick and tired of missing all of their firsts. Like I didn't get to see my son's first steps or hear first words, and I was getting all those videos from our nanny, and I wasn't able there. I wasn't able to be there, right? And so I started looking at all these work from home jobs. How many of you have ever done any kind of network marketing? Tell me in the comments, okay? That is not what this is, and I will explain the difference in a minute, but I did that for about 7 years because I thought that was the only way to make money online. And y'all, absolutely no hate on network marketing because it is a brilliant business model. I personally did not get out of it what I wanted. What I wanted was that time freedom. What I wanted was financial freedom. And what I found was my face glued to my phone while my kids are over here going, Mommy, come play trains with me. Take me to the park and do these things. And I'm like, well, I've got to do the parties and I've got to do the recruiting and I've got to do the cold messages. You guys know those copy paste hey girl messages, right? We've all gotten those. And that's what I found was that's what I was getting with network marketing. And meanwhile, I'm doing the recruiting, growing a team. My upline, everybody up here, they were profiting off of my efforts, right? And then my downline, I'm profiting a little bit off of their efforts. Meanwhile, I'm slinging mascara left and right, making $7 every time I sold one. $7 for the amount of time and effort and exhaustion that I was putting into that. I was not getting paid anywhere close to the amount of time that I was putting in, and it was just pulling time away from my kids, okay? So for me, I decided to leave that behind, and I said, you know what? I'm going to start my own online boutique, because at least this way I'm making 100% profit, and it is mine. And so I went from making $7 on a mascara to then I'm making $20 on a top, right? But I still had to find customers. I still had to, like follow up with vendors and doing the shipping and all of those things. And you'll hear from one of my friends, Ashley, in a little bit, and she can relate there because she also has had a boutique. And so what ended up happening for me was I got to a place where my boutique failed, essentially. I hadn't made a sale in 6 weeks. And my husband, like I said, is active duty Army. And so we were in such a bind because I had no extra sales coming in to help with the bills like I had with my boutique. And y'all know when it rains, it pours, right? How many of you are currently living paycheck to paycheck right now? Say me if this is you, because that's where we were. And so all at once, I needed a new transmission on my car, needed to pay for 4 new tires and 6 rental cars while my car was in the shop, and we couldn't afford it. Meanwhile, I had seen this girl talking about how she made 40 grand in 2 months doing this whole digital marketing thing. You better believe I was first in line to call it too good to be true. I said, there ain't no way. I called it all of the things. I said, must be an MLM, must be a pyramid. I said all of these things because I felt like I was knowledgeable on all of these work from home jobs. And so I'm like, if that's true, I would have known about that, right? And so I'm a very analytical person. I spent 2 months doing all of my research and digging in and finding out more about this. And here we go, like living paycheck to paycheck. And I said, you know what? We can't really afford for me to start, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to do what I can and find a way. And here we are. In my first month, I made $29,000 doing this when my goal was to bring in $1,200 a month. Fast forward 5 months, I hit my first 6 figures, and now sitting here a year and a half in, I've made almost $500,000, and I have the privilege of helping so many other people to see the exact same success. So that's kind of how this is different from an MLM, right? Because you don't have the uplines, there's no levels, you make 100% profit. So every time you're making a sale, it goes straight to you. There's not a single person that makes a dime off of your efforts, no team building, none of that. So before I get further into this, I want Bethany to come share exactly what this has done for her, and I want you to hear about a product that she had created as well. So Bethany, I'm going to unmute you. Oh, hang on. Every time I click your name, it's just taking me to the chat. See what I mean? Can you unmute yourself? Probably not. Oh my Lanta. Y'all, and if this is any proof of anything,
all right, you guys,
be a techie person.
hang on. I'm going to go inside. I thought I was going to come outside and sit on the deck. But the light, I don't know what happened. It's like all of a sudden the sun just was like, I'm out of here. It was nice and bright. So anyway, if you're just joining me, we're on a call with one of my mentors. Let me flip the phone around so you can see me.
What in the world? It's okay. It's all a learning curve, right? We all come as beginners, and we just learn every single time we do something new. So,
and TikTok won't think that I am
my name is
a
Bethany.
bot.
And
so here's Bethany talking about her
because I was a stay-at-home mom. We got 4 kiddos. We live on a farm in Missouri, and I've been a stay-at-home mom for 11 years. And some people hear that, and they're like, wow, you're so lucky and blessed and stuff, And I know how lucky and blessed I am to get to stay home with my babies. But some people don't realize the sacrifices that a family or a mom makes when they're a stay-at-home mom. Our family has struggled over the years. I am your frugal Francie. The extreme couponing back in the day on TLC. Yeah, that was your girl. I had the binder, okay? Like, I have rolled the coins. I have done everything possible to save money or make money for our family in the last 11 years so I could keep being home with my babies because I didn't want to pay somebody else to raise my kids. Being home with my babies because I didn't want to pay somebody else to raise my kids. So I came across digital marketing really burnout, okay? I have the craft business out of my house where I make the vinyl shirts, where I crochet, I paint, I sew. I'll do anything anybody wants to make a buck. I was building up tons of inventory and spending so much time and money building these products by hand to go to shows in the fall and the winter just to come home very defeated because I would barely cover my booth fee. And I was burnt out and I'd have to post that stuff on Facebook and not make what I wanted to off of it. And I saw digital marketing and I thought, no, there's no way I could do that because that's like way over my head. I'm pretty much a college dropout. I walked across the stage to get my associate's degree and never finished the rest of my college education because I was 8 months pregnant with our first son. And I've been a mom ever since. I don't have something fancy to put on my resume. I don't have some great experience, but I had that burning desire to learn. So I sat and I watched for a year and I Googled and I YouTubed. I did a little bit of that research, kind of like Victoria said. And honestly, where I was at was I had zero confidence, okay? I came here and I had no belief in myself that I could do this. And everything I was seeing was showing me like, oh, go make a thing on Canva, post it in your link, and you're going to make thousands of dollars a month. But how did I know how to make that? And how was I going to do that by myself? I needed help. I needed guidance. And that's exactly what this program was. It took me a year of watching, and it took me hitting rock bottom. Our farm was struggling. A family of 6 living off one income. Drought. 2 years of a drought on our farm and inflation. We were completely tapped. So we sold off part of our farm, 80 acres. And at that moment, like, I felt like the biggest failure. Like, I had failed my husband and my family, and we were trying to be these first generation farmers, and we failed. And I never wanted to be there again. So I jumped in scared, messy, nervous, a complete beginner, but just wanting to provide for my family so that I could still be here with my kids. Mm-hmm. And I fitted in during nap time, bedtime, laundry, dishes, sitting in the car pickup line. That's how I fitted into my crazy, chaotic, busy life as a mom. And this, when I told you I came here as a complete beginner and with zero experience and zero confidence, that was the biggest thing. This took me time. I've been here 14 months now. I've doubled our household income, all right? Like, that's huge, just as much as my husband at his full-time job. But I do it from my phone, in my pajamas, laying in my bed in the morning. I'll post my first video before I even get up and get my kids out of bed. It took me 10 months to get to the point to feel confident in myself that I could make my own digital product. So don't come in here thinking, oh, that seems super overwhelming. I got to make something. You don't have to. That's your decision. And I honestly came here burnt out. I didn't have the desire to make my own product either. I wanted something I could jump in and get going. I want to show you guys really quick, just a little glimpse, okay? This is my 30-day devotional for moms that I'm getting close to getting finished, you guys. And when I get it finished, you know what? I get to help other moms. I get to let them know they're not alone in motherhood in their walk with Christ. And I wouldn't have been able to create that if it wasn't for what I learned here and the confidence that this program helped me build. When you show up here every single day, you're going to grow. I'm not the same person I was 14 months ago. I'm a humongous introvert. So much so when I told my husband about this, he laughed. He was like, you're going to do what? Like, you don't talk to people. You're the quiet, shy girl in the back. Like, he knows who I am. And he's blown away and he's so proud. And I'm proud of myself. And that's where I want you to be, friends. Like, I want you to be sitting there so dang proud of yourself, knowing that you changed your life. And not just that you're getting to help other people change their lives as well, because that's why I made that devotional. I came here for myself, for my family, because we were struggling. I'm sure that's why a lot of you are sitting here watching us right now, because that's where you're at. But when you get here, you realize that you have something amazing at your fingertips to help other people. And it's not just about me. It is about every single one of you that are sitting here. And that's why I made that devotional too. So I hope that you know you have endless possibilities here to create an income, to take your passions, your desires at your own time and your own pace, because I think that's huge. And do whatever you want to. Like, go chase your dreams, go chase your passions, and go live the life you want, because you deserve it.
Absolutely. That's good. Yes. Awesome. So I'm going to flip my screen back around just so TikTok guys know that I am a real person. Hey, if y'all don't know, my name is Kara. Here I am right there, Kara Crittenton.
Oh my goodness. Here I am like talking like, oh my gosh, your story is so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. You can hear me now, right?
Kara
I think
Crittenton.
we're good. Okay. I love your story so much, and I love that you said that you're naturally such an introvert too, because I am too. And this is so funny because I found that so many people tend to get caught in this comparison game, right? I think we're all guilty of that, where when you start to see somebody who's talking about, making money online, working 2 hours a day, whatever, you start to...
All right, so we are talking about, let me flip my camera around so you can see me. Hey, it's Kara. I'm a real person. I'm here I'm on here under my Kara Reveals Crittenton. Okay, usually I'm on my Team Pay Daily account, so I was thinking I was over there on my other account. But if you want to find out more about how to earn an income online, gotta be careful with the words you say here. If you want to learn about how to earn an income online, about what we're doing, about how to start your own digital marketing journey, go ahead and get the information, links in my bio. I will immediately send you out an email that will connect you and I. And we are just talking about how to earn the 6 figures from your phone. And we're going to go back over here to my mentor, Victoria. And so let's do that. All right, here we go. Let me unmute and then I'll flip the phone. The reason I have to keep flipping back and forth, so if you want to be a TikTok live host, then you're going to know that you need to do that, because if you don't, what's going to happen is TikTok will think that you're a bot, which is why I'm coming back, flipping back and forth, and also talking so that it knows that I'm not doing any of the things that I'm not supposed to do. All right, so here we go.
Guys, so don't get caught up in thinking that the reason why you are seeing digital marketers, if you're seeing them in your newsfeed, is just your algorithm. And maybe that's a sign that, hey, this is something that you should be looking into if you want to make money online, because this is the best way to make money online in 2025. Not only that, let me tell you right now, Forbes has predicted digital marketing to be worth $1.5 trillion by 2027. We are in 2025, okay? By 2027, 1.5 trillion. And I mean, you can go and fact check me. I got it on the slides. I just can't pull it up. But so that alone tells you you are in the right place at the right time, okay? So now let's talk about what exactly do you get inside the program. Well, let me tell you, there's 4 digital products that we offer. These products, this is just the program. Anytime you hear someone say digital product, it is the program itself. There's 4 options for you to start. And I'll just go ahead and go over costs right now. I think that's in the next slide. But there's 4 options. There's a 100, 300, 600, and 900. And there's installment plans. Most of us offer installment plans as well. You just need to get back to the person that invited you here and see if they offer plans. And then there's a one-time $39 website fee, which stick with me because we're going to do something really special tonight, okay? So let me tell you what you get inside of the program. And this is all-encompassing for most of the programs. However, the 100, let me tell you what kind of like separates them all. The 100, that is going to be your bare bones basic, your launch kit. That's going to help you Barney style. If you are somebody who has no tech experience like me, no social media background or anything like that, that is just going to help you with getting your website all set up. Y'all, by the way, this is done for you. So when I tell you your website is done and created, you are going to have email funnels. That is your automations that's working for you. And I'll get into all of this in just a minute, okay? That's your automations that's working for you on autopilot. Those are going to be done and created for you. So it's really just a matter of you following step by step instructions. So inside the program, you are going to get that complete done for you program, your email funnels. You will learn high ticket marketing strategies on all social media platforms. You will learn how to do the copy and paste free ad method. That means that we're going to give you high ticket traffic websites where you can copy and paste free ads on if that's something that you want to do. You will learn how to brand yourself, how to identify and attract your ideal customer. You will learn content editing on social media. You'll get access to the Canva crash course. You'll get access to our community with daily mentorship and guidance from 6 and 7 figure income earners on exactly what we've done to make 6 and 7 figure incomes. You'll learn how to build an email list of up to 20,000 subscribers and your skills to average $900 a day. You guys, put this in the comments right now. I want you to envision this with me for a minute. You go to bed tonight. It's a Saturday night, right? You go to bed and then you wake up in the morning and ding, $900 has already come through on your phone. What would you feel? I want you to put this in the comments. How would you feel if you woke up in the morning tomorrow and $900 has already come through on your phone? Because that is what we are talking about here, okay? $900 a day is $328,000 a year, y'all. And so you will learn how to start averaging that. You are also going to learn how to build a faceless empire. And so before I get into the 2-hour workday and exactly what that looks like, exactly what we do for our 2-hour workday, I want you guys to hear from my girl Ashley real fast because she is a busy mama just like me, and she has mastered the 2-hour workday. I love her story so much. I will let her go ahead and share that with you guys. Hang on. Let me ask her to unmute. I think I figured it out that I need to do it over here.
Come on, let me just close out my camera.
Oh my gosh, hi. I'm so excited that you guys are all here to look into this for yourself. So I'm going to tell you my story real quick. First of all, I was the type of person that I saw people making money online and I was like, well, that's great for them. Like, I'm boring. Nobody cares about my story. Nobody's going to want to hear anything that I have to say. But where I was just over a year and a half ago, I had just had baby number 3. I've been in healthcare for 15 years. I was a nurse. I was working 12-hour shifts. My oldest daughter,
by the way, you guys will get this
4
replay.
Christmases of her life because I didn't
hit the
know
link in my
any
bio,
different, right? I was the first one that always volunteered to work on Christmas because I got time and a half. And I justified it in my mind of oh, well, she's young enough that, she's not going to notice the difference if we celebrate a day early or a day late. But I do. I still am. I don't know that I'll ever get over that guilt. And like Victoria said, when life, right? When it throws you those lemons, man, it really throws them. So we had just had baby number 3. I was struggling really bad with postpartum anxiety. It was making it really hard for me to go to work and leave my babies anyways. And then I had to renew my nursing license, which cost hundreds of dollars. My son needed a medical procedure done that insurance did not cover, and it cost hundreds of dollars. And then this sounds ridiculous, but we have pigs, and our whole batch of pigs got pneumonia, and we had to medicate and care for them. What? Hundreds of dollars. And all of this happened wham, bam, back to back.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
And I literally felt before this anyways, we were living paycheck to paycheck. That was our norm. That was our standard. And then this happened, and I had to ask my mom to borrow money to cover my son's medical expenses. And that was the worst feeling. As a mom, I couldn't provide for my children. And I vowed right then and there I would do whatever it takes to never be in that position again. I didn't, at this point, still didn't know that anything like this existed. And so I thought that looked like I'm going to have to get a third job, right? I'm going to have to do contracts where I'm going to have to go and leave my family for 5 days and come home on the weekends. And I didn't want to do that, but I truly didn't know that there was any other way. And you guys, I'm going to give you a perfect example here in a minute, but I actually got started with Victoria. So I was, when all of those lemons came flying at me, life be lifing, exactly, Kim. I was at, like, I call it, I was this close to rock bottom, and then all of those lemons came, and it felt like the cinder block that was tied around our ankles that were pulling us under.
Wow.
I was sneaking out of the house, driving to work 40 minutes, doing my 12-hour shift, driving 40 minutes home, and I was lucky if I got 20 minutes a day with my kids. And that just sucks. Like, that is not it. My husband and I, we were stuck in that roommate phase. We never got to see each other. And I kind of, I said, all right, like, I had to have this come to Jesus, like, tough love conversation with myself in the mirror. And I said, all right, like, Ashley, what you're doing is not working. You got to do something different, because this is not sustainable long term. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just scrolling along Facebook one day, and Victoria posts, this is burned into my brain. This is her post, right? Just made $5,000 while out of the country on vacation with my husband. And I, like, you guys, at first I was like, I hated to admit this out loud, but I got angry. I got mad. I got jealous. I was like, what? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I can hardly survive to, like, hardly breathe over here. We're drowning, and she's on vacation with her husband and making $5,000. And you guys, like, I'm going to tell you something right now. I am currently on vacation, sitting in the vacation house at the beach, and I have made $3,000 while on vacation. So awesome. It comes full circle. Like, I am the walking, talking, living, breathing proof of what happens when you stay coachable and when you are consistent, okay? So Victoria posted her post. She never reached out. She never, like, cold messaged me and was like, hey, girl, will you check this out? I did, right? Because she made it so inspiring to me, and I was like, man, that would be nice, right? When you guys hear that, like Victoria making $5,000 on vacation, when I'm on vacation and just made $3,000, when Bethany doubled her family's income, what do you think? Like, to me, I was like, man, it must be nice. I want you guys to know something. It is nice, and every single one of you deserves that. I was literally, right before this call, sitting outside in the sunshine on the porch and had $900 come in.
Wow, that's awesome.
I wasn't glued to my phone. I wasn't chasing anybody down. Amazing. This is the beauty of this. All right, so here's the cool thing, right? Victoria posted that. I reached out and I was like, all right, girl, like, what are you doing? Victoria and I were not, like, I've never met her before in my life. But you know how she said, like, this teaches you so that you don't have to do those spammy, cringy, hey, girl, we host a party. We don't have to do that. So, I had all of the excuses, right, in my head before I even got started. But I said, what are you doing? She said, digital marketing. And I said, pump the brakes. That's not for me. That sounds techie. That sounds time consuming. That sounds like you have to be like an influencer with thousands of followers. And I had these excuses, and I started telling Victoria, and I was like, I don't know about that. I've got 3 kids. I'm busy. And she said, I've got 3 kids. And I was like, all right, well, there goes that excuse. And I said, but I've got a boutique, and I'm already struggling with my boutique. And she said, I've got a boutique, and I'm struggling with my boutique.
I had a business.
And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, like, I've tried MLM.
All right.
I sold makeup,
ready,
and
I
didn't really like
information in my bio,
I sold the exact same brand of makeup and didn't make
out
enough.
what we're doing.
Like, every excuse that I tried to come up with, she was like, nope, not an excuse. And I'm so thankful for that, because to date, you guys, I've been doing this about 1.5 years. Within 2 months of this, I quit my job as a nurse. I'm making 3 times more money from my cell phone on vacation, completely present with my kids, as I was as a full-time nurse. That's awesome. I've made $144,000 as a stay-at-home mom that works 2 hours a day from my cell phone. Cool. I've made more money on vacation right now than my husband does in 3 weeks at his full-time blue-collar 9-to-5 job. Wow. And it's crazy, because there's still so many of us that, like, talk ourselves out of it because of these excuses, right? I've got 3 kids. Well, guess what? Guess how many of us have kids and are doing this? I'm older. I'm a grandparent. Do you know how many grandparents are doing this and having success? This is amazing. You guys, there's seriously, so I told you in the beginning, I thought nobody would want to hear from me and my story. What I've come to, like, understand in such simplicity. No matter who you are, there is somebody out there that is wanting something like this, and they're waiting to relate to you and your story. You get to be the person that brings this solution to them and changes their life, just like Victoria changed my life, and just like I'm able to do for others now. You get to be the one that shows someone, hey, you can do this even if you're a grandpa. Hey, you can do this even if you're busy and you're only doing 10 minutes at a time in the school pickup line. You can do this on your terms around your life. And the crazy thing is that so many of us don't realize is that you're already doing this. I bet at least 90% of us already are doing this. Have you ever shared a recipe from Pinterest on your Facebook and been like, oh, I just made this tonight. It was so good. My husband asked for seconds. Even my picky kids ate it without fussing at me. Do you know what you just did? You
put a one in the comments if you've ever shared anything with
for someone else and you made zero money. Okay? This is the same thing. You're digitally marketing something that someone else made, except you get to make money off of this because you're the one that's bringing this and inspiring somebody else.
Put a one in the comments if you've ever shared or bought anything online. You guys, my biggest piece of advice is just to know that your time is valuable at the full extent, right? No 9 to 5 is ever going to value you the way that 100% profit can. Your family, your life, your dreams, your goals are worth it. And if you act like it, you're going to receive that. I'm so excited for you guys. And I hope that you see the true potential because the sky's the limits with this. It is so much more, like Victoria said, so much more than just buy a course to sell a course. When you actually look at this program and see everything that you can learn from it and the different areas that you can apply this, I truly believe if you would have pulled me aside a year and a half ago and shown me a 30-second clip of what my life looks like now, I wouldn't have even believed you. I would have been like, there's no way. It's so completely different. I was the type of person that stressed and felt guilty about buying myself a $6 cup of coffee from Starbucks. Right. Anyone else? Like that mom guilt. I'll go into a store for myself and I'll walk out with nothing guilt? Because I can't talk myself into put a one in the
it's worth the purchase.
You can relate to
and now I literally am able to take my whole family, my family of 5, 3 of my brothers, my mom, my brother's girlfriend, my sister's boyfriend. We're all here for a vacation like this. And this is the beauty of that. Life can look so different if you can be coachable and consistent. This is the system that you should be wanting to learn. I'm going to turn it back to Victoria now. But I'm so excited that you guys did this and showed up to check this out for yourself. This is the best thing.
Oh my goodness. I love your story so much. And I was cracking up over here when you were saying, that you didn't even want to go spend $6 on coffee. And I'm like, that was me. And now here I am, those, my people who are always on my live, they know daily I've got my Starbucks. It's my signature thing now. And I was never able to afford, a $7 coffee prior to this, let alone daily. But I love what you said too about all of us. We have these excuses for things that'll hold us back. And we say, well, maybe this sounds great next week or next month. Y'all, before you know it, it turns into next year. And then the year after and the year after. Nothing in your life, nothing in your situation is going to change until you decide to do it. Until you decide to change it. So let's go ahead and talk real fast about what is the 2-hour workday? What exactly do we do for 2 hours a day to average $900 a day? So people market differently. And I will tell you, to be dead honest, you can learn, you're going to learn all of the faceless strategies that we have inside this program. You are going to learn all of the faceless marketing and so how to create content without showing your face, how to do copy and paste free ads, how to do Pinterest and all of these things, right? But if you want to do faceless, manage your expectations there, okay? So if you are somebody who wants to learn how to make the big bucks, we're talking averaging 5-figure months, y'all. We're talking 6 and 7 figures and beyond. you need to be willing to create content. So here's what I want to know. I want you guys to put CEO in the comments if you are willing to show your face. And I know that this is scary when I say this. I know it's scary because especially if you are an introvert like me, like Bethany, you know, like if you are an introvert, that is the last thing that you ever want somebody to say is you need to be willing to show your face. But you sometimes, like for me, I had to have a come to Jesus moment with myself where I had to say, is it worth it to me to do this if it means I can make an income like that? All right. So I'm going to tell you step by step exactly what I do for 2 hours every single day to average $900 a day. Number one, I spend 20 to 30 minutes a day creating content. Now, the beautiful thing about this, y'all, is you are going to have access to a content vault.
This is super important, guys.
This
Pay attention. Hit the link in my bio, get the information.
To choose from, and you are going to have all of that at your fingertips.
Hey, it's
okay?
Kara.
But
Thanks
I spend
for hopping
20 to 30 minutes a day just creating content. Don't overthink this. We are living in the most digital age. You could literally sit here and make a video having, you know, this would typically during the day, this would be my iced coffee, okay? I would sit here like this, stare at the wall, throw a 5-second sound on, and throw some text on the screen. Boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. That is one piece of content done. My second piece of content could be, you know, talking about the 2-hour workday. It could be, you know, talking about digital marketing, sharing somebody's story, whatever that may look like, all right? So I want you to drop a 1 right now in the comments if you are willing to create content. If it means you can average $900 a day, drop a 1, all right? The reason I do this is because I want you to decide for yourself if this is for you or not, okay? Because we're all about honesty here, and we want you to understand what it takes to succeed here. The second part of our 2-hour workday is we commit to going live. Now, again, I know that's like the big scary L word where people are like, well, I might be willing to create content, but now you're talking about going live, and that's really scary. I know it is, but are you willing to do it if it means you can average $900 a day? Drop a 2 now if you are.
If you're willing to do that.
Third part of my 2-hour workday. This is the easiest one of all. I plug into training. I plug into the coaching to learn the skills to market. How many of you right now, those of you that are already doing digital marketing, you can answer what you would answer prior to this, okay? If I told you to go and make a post on any social media platform and know how to attract a stranger to you to make a sale, how many of you would be able to do that if you did not have the marketing strategies? I want to see this in the comments. How many of you would be willing or would be able to do that without marketing strategies? I'm looking. Not me. There we go. Nope. Exactly. This is why it's so important to just plug in and learn the marketing strategies, okay? So once you do that, once you do 1, 2, and 3, now drop a 3 if you are willing to do all 3 of these things to average $900 a day.
Would you be willing to
do
that?
Because look, these 3s,
I'm
telling you right now, those of us on here that are doing this, that is all that we are doing to average $900 a day. Because you work your 2 hours, you put your phone down, and then your email automations are doing the follow-up for you. How many of you received an email invite to come here? Say me in the comments if you got an email. This is the beautiful thing about email automations, you guys, is because it's everywhere. Like, we're subscribed to Amazon. We're subscribed to our favorite boutiques. We're subscribed to, you name it. You're getting emails. And so how do these emails work? It's no different than like if you were to, if, for example, I shop boutiques all the time. Now that I'm not a boutique owner, I still shop at them, right? And so what I end up doing is if I go on a boutique website and then they say, hey, sign up here to get 20% off, something like that. You go and you put your email in to get the email. What happens then? you are on their email list. So you are constantly going to be emailed out, right? So you are going to have your own website with your own email system that is going to be working for you. So the way that this works is when I'm going live, I will say two things over and over and over. I say, hit the follow button, and I say, go to the link in my bio. Why do I do this? Because that is how you get leads. That is how you get followers. Once people put their email in to your website, your work is done. Because now your email automations do the follow-up work for you, and 1 in 20 of those people who put their email in are going to buy. Your work is done. Okay? So that is the 2-hour workday. If you are on here and you are willing to do that, say yes in the comments, okay?
Say yes in the
and
comments,
then,
you guys.
hang on. So let's talk about the exclusive offer. This is the last thing that we're going to talk about. I hope you guys are still here and y'all are ready for this, because here's what we're doing tonight. Anybody who is on this call, I want you guys to drop a 1 right now if you are considering starting tonight, because I am about to sweeten this for you so much.
Drop a 1 if you're considering starting tonight. Drop a 1 in the comments.
Ready to start, first thing you need to know is you need to go back to the person that sent you an email
click the
invite.
link in my bio. That's me right there, Kara Crittenson.
We are personally paying your $39 website fee for you. You need to let that person know that you were just on the webinar, and we are going to pay that $39 website fee for you. Okay? That is if you, listen to me, that is if you start at the 900. Remember, there's the 4 options: 100, 300, 600, 900. And most of us have installment plans. Get back to the person that invited you and find out if they do. And then once you get your $900 program tonight, send that person a message and say, hey, I just got it, and we will pay that $39 website fee for you, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. Let's open this for Q&A. If you guys have a question, go ahead and raise your hand, and I am more than happy to answer these for you.
Let me guys know if you have any questions.
I know, so exciting! Or you can put it in the chat as well. Oh, Claire, that's amazing! Congratulations! How do you raise your hand? I think you just, you're asking the wrong person. I think you just touch your face. I don't know. The reactions button. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, be willing to do scary things to get out of your scary situation. Yes, exactly. Let me see.
Do you guys have any questions? Let me know.
All right, I don't see anybody with questions. So if you don't have any questions, that's okay. You can also email the person that invited you, and they're more than happy to answer questions for you as well. This was recorded. I'm sorry it was so chaotic in the beginning. We will get the hang of this as we keep going. But feel free to message whoever invited you. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We'll send the replay out probably tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a fantastic evening. Congratulations if you go ahead and start. We're so excited for you, and we will see you in there. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, there's a hand raised. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Hang on. Renilda. Sorry. Hang on.
And there might have been a question in the chat too, okay. Victoria.
It is okay. I appreciate it. Is okay. I've been watching you for a long time. I am in Legacy Builders. I am.
Okay.
Posting my content correctly. I was one of those stubborn persons that was kind of doing it my way. And I'm watching you ladies thrive, and I'm like, holy I did MLM for 10 years.
Yes.
But when it was time to record myself, I'm out at a club right now, literally living my best life because
I love it.
I was homeless 2 years ago. So I'm like, you know what? I want this business so bad. The content, I just listened to Tim Hess about a week ago, and my numbers started to climb. I didn't realize that it was so simple to just post content, go live, which I do, and create the life that we want. So those of you that are watching, stop sleeping on digital marketing because it actually works. I'm a NYPD two-time cancer survivor. And when I heard this, I'm not a scam person. I'm not a skeptical person. I've always been a riskful, take risks because life is short. Do it now because life is passing you by. And I'm so grateful that you ladies did this because it really made my heart pump. I stopped from eating in a restaurant, drinking with my friends to get on this live, and you can do your business from anywhere. Let's go.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. And I love to see you out there living your best life because that's exactly what we are here for. And we are all about that and cultivating that and helping everybody to thrive and see that freedom of time and finances and all of that. So, yes, awesome. All right, you guys. So I think that'll be a wrap tonight. Like I said, make sure you message the person that invited you here, and we are so excited to welcome you in. We will see you in there. Bye, friends.
Bye. All right, you guys, let me end this. Okay, all right. So that was the end of that live. So if you were watching, if you just came in, we were doing a live with one of my mentors, Victoria. And Victoria she's close to 500,000. This platform doesn't like you to say certain things, but she's over 500. She's over 500,000. I'm telling you, this program is amazing. Now, she's been doing it for, I think, almost a year and a half. So, it's awesome because the person who started this program. So if you don't know, hey, my name is Kara. I'm doing Legacy Builders, and it is a digital marketing program. Here, let me give you the brief breakdown of what digital marketing is, just for anybody who still doesn't really understand it. You've probably been seeing these videos where people are like, I made, 900 today, or 300, or 100, or 600, or whatever today, or more than that, and you don't really understand what the heck is digital marketing. So let me tell you real quick. If you are on TikTok, if you ever see anything in the TikTok shop, right? Or when you see people selling stuff on TikTok, like, I had no idea about any of this stuff. Like, I started in like October, but I really didn't get going until November-ish. But then I was traveling, so I was in Puerto Rico for like 3 months. I was just trying to figure out stuff, and I was over there with my daughter. She's in law school. But anyway, so what I really wanted, I'm an empty nester. I'm a mom of 6. So let me give you my backstory. I'm a mom of 6. I'm an empty nester. And I wanted more time, more money, and more freedom to do things with my kids and to just enjoy my life, right? And I also have other business ventures. So we were looking for a way, me and my partner were looking for a way to market the product that we already had. And we paid somebody a bunch of money and they didn't do what they were supposed to do. And then it's like, okay, we're trying to figure it out. And then like, oh, we need to call people. We didn't want to call people. We didn't want to do any of that. So this is not MLM. There's no uplines, downlines, none of that. Nobody makes money off of you. So this is an interactive program. So you have a community of over 50,000 people, just like you saw that Zoom that we just did with Victoria, but she's one of the leaders in the program. We have 6 and 7 figure earners in the program. Our mentor, right, Michelle, she was able to generate 1 M rhymes with skillion using TikTok, right, in 17 months. So that's what she encourages us to do. So we start with a brand new program. It doesn't matter what your background is, where you came from. We have people from 18 to like 85 doing this. You don't have to have any tech skills. Why? Because everything that you need to know is going to be taught to you. So just think about it like when you go to a job, when you go to a new job, right? You may or may not know how to do the thing. But let's just say you're going to a whole different field that you've never worked in before, okay? When you get into that field, you're not going to know what to do. They're going to train you. They're going to teach you. They're going to take you step by step and say, hey, do A, then you do B, then you do C, then you do D. And that's exactly how this program is. Very simple. people, even me, complicate it by not just following the step by step. And it's really weird because I'm a process oriented person. But I was kind of skipping here and skipping there because, like I said, I was traveling, I was doing all these things instead of just plugging in and following the step by step. And when I did, I started to see more and more results. And so that's what you're going to see. I started this TikTok account brand new. I knew nothing about TikTok. I didn't even know that people sold stuff on TikTok. I didn't know about TikTok Shop, none of that. Like, my friend had on this cologne. I'm like, that smells really good. Where'd you get that? TikTok. You can buy stuff on TikTok. Like, I had no idea. Again, this was just a couple of months ago that I found this out. And you can see I've got however many followers that I have, right? Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm Kara. We just finished up the live Zoom talking about how to make six figures from your phone, And if that's something that interests you, go ahead and hit the link in my bio. That's how we will connect. So that's how you will be able to talk to me, communicate with me one-on-one. Unfortunately, this platform, there are so many spammers, scammers, sugar daddies. I mean, the DMs just get flooded with just junk. So if you put your information in, then we'll be able to connect like that. And then you'll get my phone number. We'll be able to talk and do all the things. But you don't have to do any of that. So if you wanted to start tonight, like if you saw it and you're like, hey, I'm excited. Those people are able to make income online. Like they're able to make like $600, $900, $300, $100 per day from their phone. Like, are you serious? Like, is that really real? Yes, it's really real. I've made income from my phone using this exact same program that you saw Victoria and the other people that were presenting tonight. That this is what we're doing, right? So let me get back to what digital marketing is. All right. So, like I said, if you see people and they are promoting a product, like let's say I'm talking about this air freshener stuff, right? This is so awesome, and I can't show it because it's I don't do products, but I'm just giving you an idea. So they would show you that, and they would say, hey, it's awesome. They'll demonstrate how it works, blah 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 blah, and you purchase it. The part where they're showing you and telling you to go hit the link in their bio, where they're telling you to buy now, where they're telling you that it's whatever the thing is they're telling you, that's the marketing side of it. This physical thing, or it could be an ebook or whatever, that's the product. Okay, so it's really that simple. It's like everything is digital, right? Like Netflix is digital. Any social media platform, this one or any other one, is digital. If you've ever taken a college class online, like I took classes at Capella University, right? That was digital. That was all online. So anything you can think of, even if you have a job and you have to do those training programs where you got to watch the modules and all that stuff, there's a component of that that's all of that is digital. Okay, so that's basically digital marketing in a nutshell. Now here what we do, we have this interactive program with 50,000 plus people inside of our community, and we teach you step by step, like a little kid. Like, you know how you're teaching your little kids how to do stuff because they don't know how to do it. Now, listen, if you've already got skills, then you're going to love it even more because this is going to be simpler than anything you've probably ever done in the online space. I know I tried to figure out different online stuff, some network marketing, some MLM. Like back in the day, I really was doing some MLM stuff, and I did pretty well at it because you probably could tell I'm an extrovert. But you don't have to be. You can be an introvert. Like Victoria is pretty introverted. The other young lady that was speaking, Ashley, she's like a whole introvert. Our founder, Michelle, who I told you she made 17 M's from TikTok, and I mean she made 1 M from TikTok in 17 months. And now she's gone on to do more than that. She's actually made over 5. And she's teaching us every single day how to do stuff. So every day we get a video. And in the video, it tells you, hey, it's a short video, like maybe 5 to 7 minutes. Some of them are even shorter than that. And she'll come and she'll give us something to do, and we do it. We'll implement it. But this is the interesting thing. When you can watch let's say out of 50,000 people, maybe 3,000 are super active, right? If you go and watch each person, we all watched the same video, right? We all heard the same thing. But when you see how everybody puts their own spin on it, it's really quite exciting. Because we're not just all saying the same thing, because everybody's different. Like Victoria told you her story, right? Like she's an army wife with 3 kids. I think one or two of her kids has special needs. Hey y'all, hey, come on in the room. I'm going to give y'all some shout outs in just a second. So, everybody has different reasons that motivate them. One of the guys, Tim, he loves to golf. Like he was with corporate America for 25 years, and they came in and he had this, high income position, and he did all the things, like everything he was supposed to do. And they walked in one day and were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're fired." But now hearing his story wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, now what am I going to do? I don't have any money," or whatever. He had a good severance. He had savings already. So he was able to still keep going on. But here's the thing. He was like only 50 something, and he's got kids and a wife. And it's like, okay, even though we can survive, I never want to work for anybody else again. He never wanted to work for anybody else again. He never wanted anybody else to be able to control his life and say, oh, guess what? By the way, you're fired. Now then we got somebody else who's also one of the leaders, right? Daryl. He had I think it was negative $6 in his bank account when he got started. And not only that, he was living in a homeless shelter, you guys. Now, if you weren't here earlier and you heard Victoria and Ashley, and when every time Ashley would come up with an excuse, Victoria would go, "I don't think so." "Oh, I have kids." "So what? I have kids." I blah, blah, blah. "Okay, so what? Me too." So it gets to the point where like, you got to get rid of your excuses, right? So you've got to be the type of person. Now, here's the type of people that I'm looking for that I really, really want to help grow, because I am learning how to do this. I'm new. Like, I didn't know how to do all this stuff. I learned everything I'm telling you right now is what I learned inside of this community. The things that I didn't ever question, like I wasn't the person that was the skeptic. Like Victoria said, it took her several months to do it because she was skeptical, and then she just kept watching these people keep making, paper. And she's like, okay, wait, I got to get off the fence. It was a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on at the same time. And she's like, okay, I've got to stop. And let me just get in here and figure out what this is. And as you see now, she's one of the top people in our program. So it's also, like I said, it's not a course to sell a course, as she said. First of all, most people don't buy a course just to sell a course. You buy a course to get knowledge. It's just like if you go to college. If any of you ever gone to college, put a 1 in the comment. If you've gone to college, trade school, you've paid for any kind of training to learn a skill. You pay for any kind of course or program or anything. Even if you bought a book to learn something, right? You didn't get the thing just to get the thing. You got the thing to learn how to do something else. So that's what this is. So go ahead and hit the link in my bio. It's going to take you off to my website. Hey, it's going to open up in an external link. So TikTok is going to send you this scary thing that says, "You're going to an external link." You're supposed to, because that's my website. You're going to see it's Team Paid Daily, because on my other page, I'm actually have 2 accounts here. My personal name, Kara Reveals Crittenton. And then I have my other account, which I usually use for all of this stuff. So it's kind of interesting that I'm on this page tonight, because usually I'm on my Team Pay Daily when I'm talking about anything really deep with the digital marketing. Okay, so anyway, I was never the skeptical person, because I knew people were doing it. I knew that they were making income online. I've known that for years. I saw a kid, years ago, and he was on the news. It's kind of when eBay was kind of newish, right? And this kid was 12 and made 1M, right? Rhymes with skillion, doing eBay. And I was like, wait a minute. If this little kid can do this stuff, then I can do this stuff. Okay, so anyway, fast forward, like I said, I was doing something else, and I'm like, okay, we need to get marketing. We know we need to market on social media. We pay somebody. They didn't really do what they were supposed to do. So me and my partner were like, okay, well, we've got to call people. And neither one of us really wanted to do that. We didn't want to call people. We didn't have time. We didn't have the energy. And I just didn't want to do it. So we're like, okay, there's got to be a better way. I go searching for a way to learn how to market online, and that's when I found this program. Now, I was never skeptical. Like I said, people buy stuff from Amazon every single day of the week. They go in the TikTok shop and get items every single day of the week. Right now, somebody on here right now watching this live may have been one of the people that just got something from the TikTok shop. So clearly people are purchasing items online. Here's what you have to ask yourself. It's awesome being a consumer and getting things, right? But how about you being the person that is getting the income from that, right? From things. And then this is such a simple program. You get 100% profit. So there's no uplines, no downlines. There's no MLM. This is none of that. This is not that. There's nothing wrong with that. One of the things that I do, as long as it's a good program. Now, like Victoria addressed earlier, to get the elephant out of the room, which is like, first of all, this is not network marketing. This is not MLM. There's a big difference between this and that. Now, those, you have to recruit people. You have to sign people up under you and stuff like that for you to really earn the bigger income. Some of them, if it's a true MLM or network marketing company, then they're going to have an actual product or service that you offer where you're actually exchanging value for the person's contribution. Let's use that word, okay? So now what a pyramid scheme is where people are just recruiting people to recruit people to recruit people, and they're just getting paid and paid and paid off of those people, but they're not really offering anything of value. That is illegal. What we're doing here is 100% legal. So we don't do any of that stuff, okay? This is a interactive training program. So you get videos every day, you get trainings every day, you get 50,000+ people inside of the community. You get tech support. You get every single day there's something going on. It's amazing. Our founder is actually, she just built her dream home, a beautiful lake home. She had 100 people from this community are at her house this weekend doing an in-depth mastermind training with her. So I'm not there yet. Like I said, I'm new, but guess what? I can clearly see myself at that lake house the next go round. Why? Because this is simple. Simple doesn't mean the same as easy, right? Like when you learned how to ride a bike, riding a bike is simple if you know how to ride a bike. When you see other people riding a bike, it looks simple. But when you're a kid and you're first learning how to ride a bike, even though it was a simple process, it didn't mean it was the easiest thing to do. Now, as soon as you got your balance and they took off your training wheels and then you were going and doing the thing and woo, next thing you know, you're coasting, you're gliding, you're doing wheelies or whatever else you did on your bicycle, right? That's what this is. This is taking you step by step. Now, like I said, for those of us that already knew how to, all of y'all that know how to ride a bike, it's going to be even better because now you can go from riding, you're going to be like from riding the training wheels to the big kid bike to the mountain bike to doing like, cross country, whatever. It's really that simple. So I don't want to make it complicated. If you're ready, hit the link in my bio. Get the information. You're going to get a free guide from me, 10K in 30 days. You're going to get a free blueprint. Free. Costs you zero. Okay, zero. Nothing. Nada. Yet nothing. Okay, so you're going to get that from me. And you're just going to get started. You're going to get an email. It's going to be, you're going to see my thing. It's teampaydaily.com. You're going to see me. You're going to see my face. You're going to see the products. You're going to see the whole program is all going to be laid out there for you. I'm going to come on another day and actually go through. I'll show you guys, but also I'll have some stuff on my page so that you can see. I'm going to do a walkthrough like everything of how this works. So if you hit that link in my bio, put your information in. That is the best way to connect with me. So people are always like, oh, well, can you DM me? How do you say this like respectfully, right? Particularly if you're a lady, right, or woman, a feminine person. You're going to see so many sugar daddies in your DMs. Like, by the time you try to weed them out, I mean, honestly, I've got like, I'm not kidding you, I have hundreds of DMs from Spammers, scammers, rhymes with hammers, sugar daddies. It's ridiculous. So the best way to connect with me really is going to be to go put your information in there and connect with me that way, because you're going to immediately get an email from me, and then we can go back and forth and you can ask me any questions. But honestly, the way the program is laid out, and this is why it's important for you guys to understand this, is so that you don't have to talk to people on the phone, right? Because a lot of us, especially if you came from MLM or network marketing or sales or whatever, wherever you came from, or even if you're just introverted, you don't want to talk to people on the phone. Even if I did want to talk to people on the phone, let's say, okay, the goal is like to get like 20 leads every day, right? 20 people connecting with you is going to lead you to one sale. That's the statistic. Now, some do more, some do less, whatever, but that's the statistic. Imagine if I was trying to be on the phone with 20 people every single day, because people have a lot of questions. That's hours and hours of time. Well, when we're telling you that you only need to do a 2-hour workday, hello, why would you be on the phone with people for hours and hours and hours for them to then maybe or may not even join you? Like, it just be like, oh my gosh. And I'm going to tell you why I know this, because I did that in the very beginning. It was a friend. This is why we start with a brand new account. You don't have any friends, no people that knew you already. That's not what you do. You start with a brand new account from zero. Now, this account right here, I did have a few personal friends on here. That's why I have my other team pay daily. But even then, the people that are my personal friends, they're not people that are working with me, right? This is people that I don't know. And that's the great thing, because I joined with somebody who I had only met over the internet, right? And I'm like I said, I was never skeptical. I know people are making income online. Look at Amazon. Come on, the biggest company in the world. Do you think that that's they don't like you to say this word, so I'm going to just say it rhymes with a Pam, but it starts with S-A. S-C. See, I don't even have to be able to spell to do this. All right, so again, it's Kara. I'm going to hop off here. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Listen, if you're already in Legacy Builders and you would like to come on and go do lives with me sometime, let me know. Usually I go live every day on my Team Pay Daily page. I didn't do it yesterday, so I'm going to go live. Oh, got to move my puzzle piece. And so I am going to probably go live over there for 25 minutes. I don't even know what time it is, because I honestly got up because I had a long day, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me take a quick nap, because I'm trying to map out these different vacations. I'm going to Florida in 3 weeks with my brother and my friend and some other family members, and we're going to be going to Florida, right outside like Disney World area. And then when I come back from there, I'm going to be going back to Puerto Rico. So I was there for 3.5 months, almost 3 months when I first started this, right? In October, November. And then I am going to Jamaica in September. So I have a lot of stuff planned. So I'm just we're trying to get like coordinated with all of us and doing. It's just a lot, but it's fun. But I also was doing other stuff today. I was running around. I was doing this other thing that I do. And so it was a busy day. So I took a nap, and I set a timer, because I was like, I got to get on this live. And so I set the timer, and I hopped on the Zoom. So again, if you guys are interested, go ahead and hit the link in my bio if you want to learn how to earn from your phone. The goal is to 6-figure income, right? Or more. Like, my goal is much more than that. My goal, let me tell y'all my goal. My goal is to help 100 people. 100 people earn at least 6 figures, a minimum of 6 figures, right? So that means that my dream is big enough to help you with your dream. I'm a coach, I'm a mom, I'm a world traveler, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm all these things. But guess what? None of that matters, because when I started this journey, I'm going to start exactly from where you're going to start. 0. You're going to start with a brand new account. You're going to start from day one. You're going to plug in. You're going to do the information. Now, if you're the type of person that's actually going to do stuff, if you're sick and tired and you're like, get me off the struggle bus, Kara, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of having more month than money. then connect with me and let's get you going. Okay, so 100, 300, 600, 900, whatever per day, you can do this. I'm doing it, so you can do it. My mentor is doing it, so you can do it. So that's how I look at it. I said, she's doing it, I can do it. So that's it. That's all I got for y'all. I will be live a little bit later on my Team Pay Daily. So if you're following me over there, I will be live over there. Usually, and so here's the difference between this page and that page. One, the reason I have that account is because we start with a brand new account with 0. So on this page, I already had a few followers, but I just wanted to start from scratch because I wanted to prove what they said was right or wrong, right? So I could tell other people. So it was right. I have a few thousand followers over there on my other page, right? I started from 0. I didn't know anybody. I plugged in. I did what they told me. Most of the people I think I only have 2 people that I know, my guy and a friend of mine, that are following me over there on my other page. So that was awesome. Most of the people that are following me here are people that I just met on TikTok. So what I want to do, what I really focus, going forward. Okay, so I'm doing a reset. And so now that I'm connected with Victoria and I'm plugging in and I'm getting into the training in the way that she does it because I like her style and stuff like that, right? I'm doing a little reset. This page is mainly going to be more like coaching on your mindset to get to the rhymes with honey, starts with an M, right? Because so many people get stuck because they get in their head and they overthink stuff and they think they can't do it. And then they're like, oh, it must be nice. And that's cool for somebody else, but not for me. And so I really want to help people with their mindset. And I also, because your mindset will equal your honey rhymes with honey set. Okay. That's a fact. There's a reason when you listen to all of these people that have made, BILLIONS, right? People like Oprah, Bill Gates, Elon. Love or hate these people, doesn't matter. There's a reason that they've amassed what they've been able to amass, and it's because of the way they think. They don't think like the average person, right? Here's a statistic that blew me away. By the way, if you're ready to get started, go ahead, put your information in my bio. You're going to immediately get an email. It's going to send you to a link. It's going to say, this is taking you outside of TikTok. What? Yes, do that because that's taking you to my website. You're going to put in your information. You're going to be able to talk with me. We're going to be able to get one-on-one. Again, if you do this program, you never have to talk to anybody. You don't have to do any of the things that I'm doing. You do not have to go live. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. You can do faceless marketing. But here's the thing, like Victoria talked about earlier, is the people that are really, really able to move fast and get the income quicker are the people that are willing to say, I've got to change. Something has got to change. I'm sick and tired of being sick and damn tired. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, which, by the way, is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Like, okay, maybe some of you, it's Friday, right? Or Saturday, because I'm losing track of the days. Whatever day it is today, right? Some of you will be off today and off tomorrow. And then Monday, you have to go back to a job that you absolutely hate. You don't like the people. You don't like the boss. You don't like your pay. You know you're worth more. You know you're worth more. Now, I've been an employer for years and years and years. And I know there's so many times that I wished that I could give more income to people, right? But I was sort of limited because I can't pay you what I don't have. If I'm not earning that income from my clients, then I can't give you the raise that I might think you deserve. Now I can give you more time off. I can, come up with I can do some different things for you, like give you some perks. But I can never give you what you're worth. Why? Because for me to give you what you're worth, right, then how can I do that, right? I've got to have it to give you. It's just like you. Let's just use an analogy like you're a parent, right? You want to give your kids all of these awesome things, right? But if you don't have it, how can you give it to your kids? You can't, because you don't have it unless you go do something shady, and we're not doing any of that. So go ahead, hit the link in my bio. This is unlimited opportunity, unlimited potential. This is not MLM, no network marketing, no uplines, no downlines, none of that stuff. So if that's you, if you're ready to get off the struggle bus, put a 1 in the comments, hit the link in my bio. At the very least, you can either leave a comment on any one of my pictures and say, I am ready. You just go to any one of my videos and put, I'm ready. And so, like I said, on this page, I really want to focus more on people's mindset to get to the money. I'm just going to say the word. Okay, just said it one time, so hopefully they won't get me. But I really want to focus more on that. And I'm going to be doing a lot more lives on here, on that program, on that situation. Like I said, getting your mind right so that you can become the person that you know you're supposed to be. Now, if you're a Christian or any type of spiritual person, or even if you're not, you know, every single one of you knows that you can do more than what you're doing, that you can have more than what you have. You know instinctively that you were not just put on this planet to struggle, to have enough money to pay your bills, and maybe you can go out to eat and Red Lobster or whatever it is, Olive Garden or whatever you think is somewhere, halfway decent, and never take a vacation. You know that you were put here for more than that. You're like, this cannot be it, right? This cannot be it. It's not. There's more. There's better. More is possible. Listen, I told you guys that I'm a mom of 6. I'm an empty nester. My babies are all grown-ups. But so now it's easier for me to go to them than for them to come to me. But I have a big vision, right? I want to take them all on a fabulous trip. I want to take them somewhere really fabulous. And guess what? I want to pay for everything. Just like when they were little, right? And if they've got husbands, wives, babies, whatever, not yet. But my daughter's married, and my niece that I raised, she's married, and she's got 2 little ones. And so, I want to be able to be the one that does all of that. I want them to be able to say, oh, I want it. And I'll be like, here you go. And then not only that, besides just taking them on vacation, see, our mentor, Michelle, who, by the way, if you're new, if you just hopped on, my name is Kara. I'm talking about digital marketing. I'm talking about how to make 6 figures online. We just watched an awesome webinar with one of my mentors who's a 6-figure, soon-to-be 7-figure earner with inside of this program that I'm doing. And we talked about how we only do work 2 hours a day. And I'm talking about now what I want to accomplish on this channel, because I'm doing a reset, right? So on this page, I want to help people with their mindset so they can get to their rhymes with honey. And I'm a coach. And so even if I wasn't any of that, this is what I said. Everybody's different. We got people here that never made a dime, like struggle, like blue collar, some people that were like, quote unquote, dirt poor. Then we've got people that came from corporate backgrounds who always had a decent income, but they wanted more time. Like me, I want more time, more money, more freedom to make more memories with my kids. Like, I know I look really cute and all that, but I'm 61. I am 61 and full of fun. And I can honestly say that just the last month has been the first time that I've really just been telling people my age, because normally people think I'm younger than I am, thank God. I mean, maybe you think I look older, but anyway, I don't know how it's supposed to feel. I don't. It's just like, I don't know how that's supposed to feel, other than my knees. Now, my knees like, girl, you are 61. But the rest of me, I don't know how it's supposed to feel. I don't know how people are supposed to be old or feel old, and I don't want to know. I want to just keep aging gracefully. My aunt is going to be 100 years old in July, right? So we're doing the family reunion. We're going to be having this big family reunion, and she's going to be 100 years old. My great-grandfather lived to be almost 101. He died like a few months before his 101st birthday. So we got a lot of time left on this planet, is my point, y'all. Wouldn't you rather be living the life that you want to live instead of just settling for like the grind? Most of my life, most of my working life, I've been in some type of managerial supervisory position, right? I've been an entrepreneur since I was 5. And so literally my dad set me up with my first shoe shine stand when I was 5 years old. I told that story the other day. So maybe I'll do the snippet and put it on so you guys can watch it. But yeah, so even when I worked for other people, I always had some sort of, they didn't call them side hustles then. They just called it, you got a little thing going on. You got a little part-time thing. So I always was doing something. But I knew that there was more possible. I don't want to I have had hundreds of employees and consultants that work for me. But it doesn't matter because you don't need any of that, right? None of that, this is the point I'm trying to make, is that none of that matters when you come into the online space. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're extroverted like me or if you're extremely introverted like our founder. Like, she's an introvert and she was able to make 1M, rhymes with skillion, in 17 months on TikTok. You know why? Because she was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And she's like, something's got to change. Do you feel that way? If that's you, drop a 1 in the comments. Hit the link in my bio. Leave me a comment on any of my videos and say, it's me. I'm ready. I need a way. I cannot be the only person. I cannot be the only person who wants to live life on their own terms. And that's really what it is. Like I said, we've got people from all backgrounds in here. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, whichever term is, whatever. People from everywhere are doing this. They're doing this. This is Legacy Builders Program that I'm talking about. We are in the middle of a brand new product launch, and it's so exciting. So y'all come on and join me. Join me on this awesome journey. I will coach you. I will mentor you. I will be there every step of the way. But here's the thing that is so important for you to know. You don't have to do that. You don't have to coach people. You don't have to mentor people. You don't have to get on the phone with people. You don't have to make phone calls. You don't have to be in people's DMs like, do you keep your options open? Or, hey, I this is the one I'm getting now lately. Oh, I see you're also into master resale rights. No, we don't do any of that. We attract people. People want to work with us. They know that we're genuine, so we don't have to ever track and chase them down. They come to us, and you're going to learn how to do all of that inside of this program. It's very simple, step by step by step by step. So go ahead, get with me, and I will talk to y'all later. I will be live between 9:30 and 10ish on my Team Pay Daily, so you may or may not get a message for me. But it's Team Pay Daily. That's my other channel. So if you're not following me, follow me. I will follow you back as long as you're not a spammer, scammer, or sugar daddy. If you go live, let me know. I would love to hop on and support you. All the things, right? So let's go. Let's get this income. Let's get this $100, $300 a day. We have P plans, installment plans, because they don't like you to say the word that rhymes with pavement, but it's, y'all know what I mean. So the hardest thing you have to do in this program is set up how you're going to get your income sent to your account, okay? It's all step by step. It's all done for you. This is really not that hard. I'm trying to tell you because I don't like to do hard things. I don't like to do a lot of hard stuff, y'all. I want to just have more time, more freedom, more money, more memories with my babies. And I'm excited to help other people along the way. It's been one of my joys in life to be able to help other people. And the fact that I can do this, and like I said, with a brand new account from zero, no friends, no family, no followers, no nobody. Just learning how to do these skills that pay the bills from this program. Interactive. It's not a course. It's a whole community. Every single day there's something new and different, and we're all interacting and helping each other, and it is a beautiful thing. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for taking time out of your, what is this, Saturday, right? It's Saturday. The other day I thought it was Friday, and I'm on the live, and they told me no, it's Thursday. Yeah, losing track of time and earning an income online is a good thing. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao for now. Again, it's been Kara. See y'all.